Hey there, my name's Curtis Lucas and you're watching Empire Building. So today I wanted to do a reaction to some video evidence that was released, I can only assume, by SOS Limited, proving that in fact their miners do exist and are currently installed and hashing away. The video is not very long, so I'm just going to let it play through without any commentary and we'll discuss it afterwards. But first, Empire Building is pleased to be able to offer viewers of this channel sign-up bonuses for opening a brand new account with Webull. Just click the link in the description below and start the process to open your account with Webull, and you'll receive 2 free stocks, one valued at up to $250 for opening your account, and the second valued at up to $1,600 after you fund your account with $100 or more. You'll also enjoy commission-free trading, pre- and post-market hours trading, and free contract fee and zero-cost options trading. In addition, when applicants transfer from other brokerages to Webull, applicants will be able to get a transfer reimbursement of up to $100. And with that, let's get back to the video. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the video. They continue speaking, but unless you speak Mandarin, then I guess you can go ahead and finish the rest of the video. I'll leave a link to it in the description. So, beginning at the beginning, the first question I have is, I guess, around the sign. I've noticed that some, at least in the comments, people had pointed out that short sellers are taking issue with the sign because it's too new. Well, I don't know what they're expecting to see. Of course it's new. They just got into Bitcoin mining. Why wouldn't it be new? So that's really not an indicator of anything. However, I take a little issue with the building itself, which is clearly not new and had been modified to be a Bitcoin mining farm. All of these fans have clearly been added after the fact, retrofitted in order to move enough air out of these buildings. I also wonder why they couldn't at least take some time to tidy up. This is something I'm a little bit skeptical just in terms of the environment that we're seeing here. They chose to start recording this video here. Also, the location of that sign is obviously between 2 buildings. This is not exactly the entrance to a facility where the sign would be identifying the facility as being owned by SOS Limited. So why would that sign be located between 2 buildings where no one can see it? That is sort of a legitimate question. Also, as we continue, I'm just not really sure what's going on at this site. It's messy. It's obviously been in operation for quite some time. And looks more like what would be consistent with a privately owned Chinese or really any Bitcoin mining farm. But most of the ones that I'm used to seeing are, kept a whole lot nicer. There's also been some comments regarding the miners themselves. I've tried to see if I can identify the model of the miners from the video. I can't see anything that would indicate exactly what they are or aren't. But there could be something there. I don't know. Nothing conclusive anyways. But there are a few things that do pop up as you're walking through, and that's the doors. This one in particular, you see there appears to be some sort of wire hanging out of where the handle would be, indicating that these doors don't actually close. Seems odd. Not exactly something I would expect to see in a world-class, industry-leading Bitcoin mining farm. Following him through the next door, we see yet again a massive bend at the bottom of the door. Clearly this door does not close. Once you start seeing these things, you can't unsee them. As he passes through, you'll see yet again no handle on this door. He continues walking through. You see the one worker on the ground, I guess, checking status of miners. Follow him through the next door. Yet again, massive broken door with, again, no handle. So nothing about this facility is even secure. Following him through, back to the other door, again, no handle, and the same wires hanging out of the door. These are certainly what I would consider to be red flags. Not something I would expect to see when you can. It's a stark comparison when you compare that to the other mining farms that I've witnessed through either videos, other video tours, and my own tours through, say, Hut 8. This is not what I would expect to see, and not something I would be comfortable investing in, even if it was their mines, which obviously they're claiming. But I wouldn't take this as a very good sign, because even if it is theirs, which is your best case scenario, it's a very questionable facility. But even more seriously, what if it in fact is not their facility, and now we've clearly seeing that they're trying to impersonate it as being theirs? Those are really your only two options. I don't like either one. Never mind the miners themselves, but in the news releases that the press releases they've actually put out regarding the facility that they are setting up in, they indicated that it was in the same property, I believe. We can go to their website and have a look. The company, or SOS, announced today that it has entered into a definitive agreement with Liaodong Hydropower Station in the Hejiang country. Pursuant to the definitive agreement, Liaodong will supply SOS with electricity and physical space to house the mining rigs for a term of 3 years in order for SOS to operate its own cloud, crypto, mining, and big data center. Pursuant to the definitive agreement, Liaodong shall lease SOS with its own physical site or sublease physical site, which are expected to be approximately 1,350 square meters or 14,531 square foot, for SOS to house about 3,500 sets of crypto mining rigs. So again, my layman interpretation of this statement is that the facilities that are being leased are on the same site as the hydropower dam itself. And as other people have pointed out, the dam that I was unable to locate before does in fact exist, and this is the dam in question. However, looking around at the site, I don't see anything else here necessarily that would indicate or that would look anything similar to what we've just seen in that video. But again, none of this is conclusive of anything. But the video really only raises more questions than it answers. So it's done nothing to convince me that I'm better off in any way investing in this company. If anything, it makes me even more concerned. But again, as I said from the beginning, none of this is enough for me to decide to go on to actually bet against this company. I have zero interest in that. There's enough. This is hard enough as it is. As we all witnessed today, that was pretty gut-wrenching. We all took a hit today, right across the board. So I'm not looking to add to that in terms of risk. But that's me, what I'm doing with my money. When you look at this, you might see something else entirely. But I'd have to say, at the very least, I'd like to invest in a mining company who has doors that can actually physically close. But again, that's your best case scenario. And as always, do with this information as you will. And that's all for this one. Now let's get back to empire building.